Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn, take two. I had just started talking and realized I forgot something, so I went and grabbed it. So this is the 20th of December. What is it, 4 more sleeps? 4 more sleeps. This is Flosstube 256. Good morning, Jonathan. I've got a new start, I've got a whip, I've got a finish. I have mainly, my finger is better. Let me see if I can put this here. I told you I'd try to move around in front of all the trees. And it looks like here, yep, part of my bulb stopped on this tree, so there's no little white lights now. They were there until yesterday, so I guess they stopped. But I told you I'd try to move around. So it's still pretty jacked up, but it's much better. It's got just a big divot in it right there. And I've been having to, cut off the dry skin as it decides it's gonna die. I don't know, but it is better. So I've been able to stitch a little bit. I did get into crazy purging mode and I cleaned out 2 closets because I could do that with my finger all wrapped up, like this. I had the carpets cleaned. So I had to pick up, everything off the floor except the beds and the pool table. Everything else had to get picked up and moved out of there so he could clean the carpets. So they are clean and ready for everybody to get here. Catchy and I went to the post office yesterday. We went into the grocery store yesterday. We went to 2 grocery stores and still didn't find what we needed. And just ordered it off Amazon and paid probably twice what I normally pay for it. But what are you gonna do? They just said they didn't carry it anymore. The little candied cherries and the red and green cherries, and the candied pineapple and stuff. They go in a Christmas cake and I could not find them anywhere. Normally they're everywhere. But I happened to get a hold of the lady at Kroger that was there on that aisle that's normally like, one of her sections. And she said, no, we didn't order any this year because we end up having to throw them all out, last year. She said, now, of course, there have been a million people ask for them. I said, well, here's the thing. You just need a little bit of them because people only need them 1 month a year. I don't know why, but you don't make that kind of stuff anytime but Christmas. So I'm like, so if you could, just order a little bit of it, that would be great. Because people just need a little bit. So I was able to find them on Amazon. It said they were in date. Since they're candied already, I don't know. But anywho, we'll see if they get here. But Catchy and I got home. And we also went to McDonald's, and Pat met us at McDonald's, and we played in the plaything so he could work off some energy. And then he was so good at the store. He is the best little thing. We got out with a bag of cookies, an extra bag of cookies that weren't on our list, and an extra little bag, like a little bag of Skittles that weren't on our list. And other than that, he did not try to buy everything in the store. Now, before we went in, we talked about, hey, now listen, when we go in, we're not buying any toys or anything because Santa Claus will be here in a few days. And so we don't want to buy things and then him have to go and adjust his cart because you've already bought it. That makes a lot of trouble for Santa Claus. So we're not buying any toys, okay? Don't look at toys. And because we're not getting any. So he said, okay. And sure enough, we looked at them. We looked at them as we went by. We didn't go through the toy section. But, they have them at this time of year. There's toys everywhere kind of scattered throughout the store so that you cannot not buy them, right? But he did so good. But we got back home and he had to make his cupcakes. He had to make them just right then. And if these pictures haven't synced, I'm on screen. I didn't think about that. Oh, they have. So this will give you some looks this week. He had to make his cupcakes. And there he is putting them in himself in the mix. I don't know if I can make the live one go while he's, you can see him doing it. And he does really good. He loves to bake. But this one you can see in this video, you can see the sacks. We could not even get the groceries put up because he had to make his cookies. And then here he is with his finished cupcakes because he took part of them home. He left some here and he took part of them home. Oh, here I am. We did this, and you may have seen this on Instagram, but if you take a box, and for the little kids, we closed up the back of it. But then when Brittany and I got in it, we left it open. And then you just stack them on top of each other in your photo program. And I can't show it to y'all because I didn't get all the kids' faces covered. So I'll try to have that done. And then CJ sent me this. One of the guys showed up at his work today in his Grinchy Claus suit. And it made me so happy. So we've had that. And then Keely text us late Monday night or Sunday night with this pic. If you don't like to see something dead, I mean, it's not gross, but it's a gross animal. It's a big wild hog. Look how big that thing is. It had been tearing up the pasture, and here's a better one. But you can't see how much mud and grossness is in it. It's horrifying. You know, they tear up everything. They're just a big nuisance. So he had shot it. He said at the beginning of the season, he had, and then here it is hanging. Okay, I won't show the blood on the ground because some people don't like to see blood. But here is the scale. 200 pounds. Now, we don't eat them. We usually bait them out to get other hogs or coyotes in, so you set it out and then, you know, you can get rid of other nuisance animals that way that are overpopulated here and things. Now, my family in East Texas, they will eat them. I don't like them. They taste real gamey to me because they, you know, eat acorns and root around and eat yucky stuff, and they taste yucky to me. Some people love them, and like I said, my family out there, they will dig a big pit and put a fire in and put it down in there and cook the pig in the pit. I'm not a fan. That is not for me. So no, we will not eat it, but it will keep it from tearing up his pasture. But he saw it earlier in the year, and of course here, if you ranch or farm, in your truck, your long gun sits, like here's your seat and here's your passenger seat. Well, your long gun sits right here because you will have to shoot a coyote or a hog or something. And so it always sits right there. Well, he hadn't used it, you know, over the summer. And he said he snatched it up and shot at him a couple of weeks back. And he said he was about 4 or 5 inches off high and to the side. And he said, literally, he said, I seen it shot through his ear. It punched his ear, like pierced his ear. And so this is that same hog. So he has been there causing problems all this time, being naughty. Which are about all hogs do, or be naughty. But they are formidable. They're very violent, and they have these big cutters that come up out of the side. You know, like Timon and Pumbaa. Well, wild hogs have those too. And man, they will slice you or your dogs or whatever else to ribbons with those things. But they also they will tear your pasture to shreds. Tear your fences up. I mean, they're just a wreck. So it had to go. So that has been, so we have had a little bit of excitement and fun around here. We made it through our last day. The kids were fun at their little happy birthday Jesus party. And we played outside, and we didn't even nap because, listen here, I know they have eat sugary stuff for breakfast because it's that time of year. It's just that time of year, let's be honest. And then they had pizza for lunch. We always have a happy birthday Jesus pizza party. And then their dessert was they had which if you have kids coming over here, again, this is fabulous, but you know you got to deal with the aftermath. An ice cream cone and then green frosting, and they can put the green frosting on, which is good for their little hands. Hold the cone and put it on at the same time. It's, you know, showing your hands how to work together and things. And then you get colored and white marshmallows, and they put those all over there. And then they took the sprinkles and put them on there. So they had made themselves a little edible Christmas tree, which they ate. So we were like, we ain't even trying to make nobody nap after we done hopped them all up on sugar, right? So we just did free play after that. And that we set out different things they don't get to play with all the time, which they love. And one of the things, which if you have some of these in your closet, you're missing out if you don't put these out for your kids. Keyboards and old phones and old adding machines. Just cut the cords off of them, okay? The plug-in cord, they don't need that part. Kids don't get that. And you can just stack them in your toy bin. They take up hardly no room, but they will work on those keyboards, and that's working their little fingers. And then they'll call on the phone. And Brittany took a video of Gracie, and we laughed because she obviously sees someone on the phone and on the keyboard at the same time. So she had the phone, which you don't think about kids doing that anymore. But you know, she had the phone like this. So she had the phone like this, and she's typing on the keyboard with her little hands. And she's just talking away, and then she'll just laugh. So she has obviously seen someone working on the keyboard and talking on the phone to somebody they're happy to talk to. And it just tickles us to no end how fascinated they are by those things. So if you have any of those things and you are not putting them out for your kids to play with, you're missing out on an opportunity, because they love them. They love those things. But everything's wrapped. I'm sure there's 50 things I've forgot. I did go to, like I said, Catchy and I went to the grocery store because, one, I don't want to fight the crowd. And two, I don't want to add to the crowd. If you can go to the store this afternoon and get out of the way of the people who have to go on Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to ask you to go for the sake of humanity, for yourself and for others, because there will already be too many people there. If you can go when other people can't, go. It will be so much easier on you and on them. So we went and did all our shop and got that done and got home and finally got it put away. And it's one of those things where you forget every Christmas, like, I have a giant pantry. My pantry ain't even made for this. I do not know what I would have done. How did I make it back in the day when I didn't have a big pantry? What did I do with all that stuff? Maybe I didn't shop for a week ahead at Christmas. Probably not, because you probably didn't have the money, right? Probably couldn't afford it. So maybe that's it. But this little tree is the one that's by the TV in the living room. So the big tree that y'all saw the first week is right straight across from me this way. And then the little tree is by the TV. So no matter which way I turn, you know, if I'm working, I like to see a tree. So it has some ornaments the girls have made. I get some of these every year that have them on there. CJ always collected nutcrackers. So it has his nutcrackers on there. And then it has some of these. Some of y'all have sent me these. I think these are from Colleen. It says on the back if I could turn it around. But I still love them, and they go on that tree. So this is that little tree in there, and it just makes me happy, happy, happy. And Vicki, yes, marriage should be measured in dog years. Absolutely. Because let me tell you what, if you have a marriage that feels like it ain't measured in dog years, thank your lucky stars. I mean, I am thankful. And mine feels like it's measured in dog years, okay? We can't hardly had a huge blow up on our anniversary. I'm telling you, it is what it is. We woke up and he said, what do you want to do today for your anniversary? And I said, I want to go to the antique store. We haven't done that in forever. Let's go antiquing. Okay. I said, don't you want to take your scooter? No, I don't want to fool with it. And I've got Mom's TV in the back because he bought her a TV for Christmas and he was going to take it over there because I told y'all she was sick last week. And he said, I'm going to go over and hook it up so she can watch it in bed. So I said, okay. So then we eat and then we head to the antique store. And this is where y'all going to find out. I told y'all we're like two scorpions. Nobody in heaven knew what to do with us. So they said, drop them in the jar together like two scorpions. Let's see what happens, right? That's us. We're the two scorpions. Because on the way, leave the restaurant, on the way to the antique store, he says, hey, and don't take too long in here because, you know, I want to go put up my mama's TV. Uh-huh. I said, let me tell you what I don't care about today. Your mama's TV. Because see, here's the thing. Your mama had you for 19 years. I have had you for 38. I ain't worried about your mama today. You can take your mama her TV tomorrow or after we get home. Because this is my anniversary treat and I ain't worried about your mama's TV. Which was not nice, but it is what it is. And he says, well, then my ankle's going to get tired. And I said, well, one, I told you to bring your knee scooter. And two, there is a bench at the front of the antique store. Three, your truck will be waiting right outside. So if you get tired, you can go to any of those three places and sit down. Or you could have brought your knee scooter. So you had two places to sit, or you could have brought your knee scooter, and you chose not to bring the knee scooter. So here again, this is my anniversary treat. So we get there, and we get inside, and I am trying to hurry because he has asked me to hurry, and it's made me mad, but I'm still trying to hurry. And twice, I am way ahead of him, and he calls me back to look at something that obviously I'm not interested in because I didn't get it and I'm trying to hurry. I passed it. So the second time I come back, he says, you act like you're aggravated. And I said, I am aggravated because you told me to hurry and I'm trying to hurry and you keep calling me back and slowing me down. So do you want me to hurry or do you not want me to hurry? I need to know because I can't, there's no in between. I hurry or I don't. There's no, I'm running back and forth like this. This is, no, I can't. And so he says that I'm not being very nice. And I said, okay. And I go on. And then he comes walking up to me and says, well, how about this? How about since you're just in such a bad mood, you can buy whatever you want today with your own money and not mine. And I said, you know what? I ain't about to do this in here today. I am not about to do this in here today. I will be at the truck whenever you're ready. I will be outside. Take your time. I will be outside whenever you're ready. And I walked right out that door and went out to the vehicle. Y'all, I tell y'all, I'm not a good wife. I am a wife. I am not a good one. I'm not. So yes, that is my rant of the day. So yes, Vicky, marriage should be measured in dog years. Maybe dog years, I don't know, to the power of 3. I'm not a math person, but I think that makes it like 21 times or something. I don't know. But Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I am not a good wife. I am a wife. I'm not a good one. I'm not a good one. Okay? I'm not. So that's the end of my rant. That's what we've been up to this week. So, you know, the rest of the week's kind of trying to get over that. The rest of the week, you know, is just kind of trying to get past it. But last week I forgot to show some things in my Christmas stitches because I'd already set them out And so they got forgot. These two are from Ann. She sent me these. Hello, Ann. I love them, but I had already set them out and so I forgot to pull them back when I showed. She does beautiful finishing. Look at her beautiful corners. They're amazing. She did a little turn with this on the back. So cute. And he is adorable. I think he's married too. I think he's called Married To by Plum Street, if I'm right, if I'm remembering right. And then, I can't remember, he may be Homespun Elegance. The little snowman she sent me. I love, love, love. And this little towel was a gift, and my little tag for who sent it. And oh, look, you made it. Oh, yeah, Betty Peck at school, Miss Betty. I'm like, I think Miss Betty made it, but I don't have my little book here. It's Miss Betty at school. Made this all for us last year. And then Patty Pan put these in everybody's little goodie bags at StitchCon. And so it's on my little tree by the front door. Hello, Patty. I hope you're feeling better today. She is feeling so much better. So much better. I was really worried there for a few days. She was feeling really bad. And I was fretting, really fretting. But she's feeling better, so that makes me happy. Okay, I'm going to start with my finish because it's already on the board. This is my #joy by Hands On Design. It was one of the Jingle Ball classes. And the only thing I changed were the little back stitch in each of these was a different color. And I put yellow and gray and pink in each of mine. This one was white, and I showed y'all it last week, and I didn't like the way it looked because one side was real back stitch and one side was fake back stitch. It was just straight stitch 2 directions, and it looked yucky. And then the white didn't show up anyway. So I love it with these colors on here. It is the sweetest little stitch. It is Ada friendly. I don't think anything would give, because you can do a lazy daisy on Ada. There's 4 lazy daisies and then a little bit of back stitch, and everything else is a cross. So this one is 100% Ada friendly. It is on a piece of 32 count something. Vellum. It's on 32 count vellum. But I sure do love it. I loved stitching it. When I got it finished, I was so happy. It is just so sweet. And then if you look right down there, you can see real tiny my initials in the year. I did them in gold, so it doesn't show up much. But it's so, so cute. I love this one. Super fun little stitch. And I kept telling you I didn't know where my cover photo was. It was right behind. Because I kept telling you I couldn't show it because I couldn't find my cover photo. Well, I didn't realize that it was, I had this folded so I could see my stuff. And so there's something wrong with me sometimes. And I didn't realize that it was sitting right there on the other side of that. So yeah. But okay, and here's another thing. Kathy's designs, when she does her cover photo, there is a bunch of little background. It is a beautiful photo, but the up close part is on this. It is up close and I can see what it is and it looks so good. And so I definitely love, love, love that. Now, my other, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do, this is a start and a whip, but it is on this same piece of fabric, okay? So I just jumped over here and I've got this going. So I'm gonna do this one next instead of my other whip that I worked on. We'll talk about it next. But this one is already right here, so. This is one of Lindy Stitches up on the rooftop stockings. Let me see if I can get this page on here. It's by Lindy Stitches. I think if I fold this right, they're called Up on the Rooftop Stockings. This was also part of Jingle Ball. Like I said, if you've never done Jingle Ball, it is just, it's super fun. And they say they're going to have other events. And somebody asked, Patricia, and I hope your wrist, I hope you got some good news with your MRI the other day. I will do other e-events because they say they're going to do a couple this year, like several. Y'all, as I'm getting old like everybody else in the world, my top lip is disappearing. Everybody's does. That muscle under there starts to get tighter. And so your upper lip rolls under. And it bothers me. Occasionally when I see myself talking, I'm like, where's my lip? Where'd my lip go? Tangent. But this, I started this one first. And look at those. They are cute. Now she gives you a traditional colorway on one of these. It tells you. Because this is kind of a little, modern colorway. But I thought on one of the things she sent, and you get the pattern for the little stockings. But I thought something she sent in one of the emails, and maybe I didn't print that page, gives you a traditional colorway if you just want to do red and green and things. She gives you a more traditional colorway as opposed to this little kind of a retro 50s-ish pink and red vibe to these colors, which are just so sweet. But I just love it. So you have the first little deer with this present. The second one is finished. Then this one, there is a, like a moon. See right there? There's a little moon. I think behind his butt. Let's see. Yes. And it is adorable. So I'm definitely going to do this, finish this one, and do this one during the Christmas season. Because y'all know my Christmas lasts till January 6th. For me, there ain't no Christmas till they find baby Jesus, okay? Baby Jesus is still out there in the wild at this point. He's out there in the ether. Somewhere in the wild. I guess he's not ether because he'll be born after Christmas, but until he's found, we celebrate him being found on January 6th. So for me, Christmas is not over until you find him. Now, you know, you go on and celebrate however you want, but for me, Christmas ain't over till they find baby Jesus, okay? He's lost until January 6th for me. You got to keep your stuff up and keep hoping to find him, all right? Take nothing for granted. So for me, on my nativities, the baby Jesus is still hid. He has not showed up. He's not out. All my other pieces are out. Mary and Joseph are just sitting there looking at nothing because ain't no baby yet. But I stinking love stitching this. I do not know what got me on this tangent. Oh, stitching the other stockings. So this one I'm hoping to absolutely finish. By Christmas. And then I'll do the other Santa Claus maybe later on. I don't know about him. I'm going to tell you, I'm not a fan of his nose. If I do him, I'm going to have to backstitch his nose. I don't like his nose being another color. It makes him look like a drunk. See? When I see your nose looking all red like that, I suspect you drink too much on a continual basis. Now, if you were Santa Claus, even though you are a saint, you probably are drinking too much because that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure right there being Santa Claus. Truth. My yummy coffee. But I've only stitched on this 3 nights, I guess, 2 or 3 nights, 3 nights. So, because we've had stuff going every day, so I've stitched on it for 3 nights, and I'm just loving how it turned out. Now, what I don't know is if his little booty, okay, his little back legs evidently go into the crack. Oh, I can't show that part. This part, this is what I'm trying to show. Okay, his little back legs go into the crack. You stitch those on this piece. And so nowadays you do stitch a lot of things. The same thing with the stocking or the roof of Santa Claus. Some of the roof is going to be down in the fold so that it has like a disappearing edge, right? It wraps around like that. So I think these are just so cute. Her finishing class was great. I just loved it. I loved the whole thing. So we'll definitely be doing the cardinals and maybe Santa Claus, but I will backstitch his nose when I do that because I don't know. He looks like a drunk. But that's a personal issue. Just a personal problem. It's just a personal hang up. But I do love it. Now, I will also, because I think I have it right here. While we're here, I will show you how I had myself readied for the Jingle Ball. I went ahead and pulled threads, and it says, this is Festive Flower, Festive Forest by Blue Flower, and I have my threads and my scissors on there. This one is, hang on, did I drop this off here? I don't think this is my countdown to Christmas. This one, my little tag has come off. This one is for my, okay, here I go. I have this one, this bag, and I have another bag that I have these in. I don't have much space here. This is the problem. And I had my little running list that I needed flosses for. Some of it, like I said, I never did find 22. I don't know if any of y'all ever had that one or not. I didn't ever find 22 for my hashtag joy. I just switched it out. But, so inside here is this is Kathy Haberman's Countdown to Christmas class. Here's my mono canvas ready for it. Let's see, that one's in here. And I will keep all these together, and this will be my kind of like my Christmas stitch throughout the year. And I will hopefully, by next year, make it to the bottom of these, because this is the other one that has stuff in it. This one has, oh, this was my hashtag joy. So see, I had this so already pulled and put together and stuff, ready to go. And then this is my other one. Here it goes. This is Learn Your Specialty Stitches with Jeanette Douglas. It is, I'm going to show you a little, so here it is. This is beautiful. But, I mean, she gives you very thorough directions on every stitch. Everyone has a very clear, numbered diagram on how to work your way through it. I cannot wait to start this. It's done on a piece of 32 count opalescent fabric. This is just a piece of Lugana. It's very shimmery. So it's in here. And I think that other one is my tag for it. So I had them in here and in here. This one is by, I think Patty sent me this one, of course. It is Perfection. The other one that's in here that has to get stitched is Bah Humbug. because I just think that is the cutest thing. Cutest thing. So that has to get stitched. So those will be my Christmas stitches that I will continue just to kind of chip away at throughout the year. Now the other one that got some love this week is this guy. He didn't get a lot, but he got a little more work on the plaid. Okay, y'all, and here you can see part of my pony black needle here. The other night, when I was working on this, and this is from Jingle Ball last year, not this year. The picture is buried in here. Of course, the picture's not where you get to it. But, you know, your pony black needle, part of it's black and part of it's white. And I'm stitching on this the other night, and I dropped my needle. And it was after we'd moved to the bedroom. We moved to the bedroom because James has to leave that bone stimulator on his ankle for 3 hours. So we usually move in there about 8 and turn it on and let it run while we watch shows. It's just easier for him to prop it up because they're not actually made to fit on an ankle. So you have to kind of just put it on there and prop it like this. So it's just easiest if we're on the bed and his foot's sticking out and we can kind of prop it like this. So I'm sitting on the bed, I drop it, and I get my little needle minder. Patty, is one Patty gave me, is a big one. And so I'm like running it over the bed. I'm like, where is it? Where could this be? Where could this be? I run it all over me. Where could it be? Where could it be? I do not know. I cannot find it. So I tell James Williams, I'm like, well, you never go without your shoes anyway. I'm going to be the one to step on it. But just so you know, there is a needle on the loose. And he said, well, can't you find it? I said, well, if I could find it, would I have made that statement? These are things that really aggravate me. Saying something, asking a question that you know the answer to. You know I have not found it, or I wouldn't have said nothing. This is one of my big pet peeves. So I'm like, no, obviously I have not found it. That's why I said that. So get up for school the next day, get showered, dry my hair, get dressed, get to school. We are on the downside of school because we're laying everybody down for naps. No, we didn't lay down for naps. We were going to free play. I'm like, I was sweeping after lunch, and usually that's nap time. So it is after lunch, and we're letting them do free play, but I'm still sweeping. And I look down the floor, and I'm like, what is that? What is that? And Brittany just happens to look at me. She goes, what's wrong? And I said, there is a needle right here in the floor. And she said, what? And I said, a needle right here in the floor. And she said, I guess some of the cleaning people dropped it or something. I'm like, no, because I'm going to tell you, this is a very specific needle. It is a pony black needle. Part of it is black and part of it is white. And it is a stitching needle. And it is my stitching needle that I lost last night. Prior to sleeping all night, prior to showering, prior to drying my hair, putting on makeup, getting dressed. And she said, well, maybe it was stuck in your clothes. I said, girl, do you not think I put on clean clothes before I come in here every day? And she was like, yeah, okay, yeah. So we're talking about this, how this needle can, and Anita's like, well, what? And all I can figure is when I dropped it, I got out of bed, I must have somehow or other dropped it on my shoe. And it got stuck kind of down in the laces or something, because my shoes were sitting, here's my bathroom sink, and I washed my face and everything that night and took my jacket off, my little bed jacket thing. If you don't have a bed jacket, you ain't living. And all I can figure is it was stuck in that. And when I took the jacket off and laid it on my bathroom counter to put on in the morning, it dropped on the shoe and stuck in the shoelaces kind of, and then fell out at school. Y'all, what in the world? What in the world? I could not believe it. I could not believe it. It was so strange. But, so progress was made on this guy too, which he should have been finished forever ago. I am embarrassed that he was not. Patty got hers finished, of course. Patty's so good. She got hers finished and got hers FFO'd. So it is, hers is gorgeous. She put the little thing around the bottom. It's on the little stem with the little spool at the bottom. It is so cute. So hopefully soon that one will be finished and I can FFO it. I'm gonna go meet Brittany for lunch and we're gonna make some plans for the hangout during the Christmas break. Oh, and just so, did some of y'all grab this? I don't think I've showed this yet. There is a couple of really cute things in here this year. I saw it at Joann's. I thought it used to have a thing in the back with all of them. There it does. I mean, some of them are very extensive, but of course I love these. The kitty cat and the bird. Look at how cute that is. The joy is adorable. I mean, there's just some really, really cute. These guys. I love this. There's some really cute things in here. It's one of those things that even if you want to just keep it in your bag to look at when you're stuck somewhere. The little sweater. Look at that. But this is not showing up very well. I wonder if there's a bigger picture of it on page 82. It is so cute. Oh, I'll have to cover up the bottom of it with something. Let's see. Hold, please. There we go. Look, it's a little Christmas cupcake. How stinking cute. So you stitch the top part and the bottom part, and then it tells you how to sew them together and make this little cupcake. I thought that was so stinking cute and such a cute finish, kind of like a little drum, but it was adorable. I loved it. So, questions and comments. Cindy, Jingle Ball was great, but baby snuggles are the absolute best. There is no joke in that. My WIP here. I'm trying to write this. I forgot to write my WIP on of the night out. Judy, I just need a camera crew to follow me around at all times because it is just one thing after another thing after another thing. I'm just a wreck on wheels at all times. Yes, it's just, she says she just be laughing out loud. Well, you got to laugh not to cry, right? Okay, that's my story right there. Linda. Oh, Linda, congrats on your first holiday in the wild. She just retired. Her and her husband just retired. So have a big time. She said they went to see their kids at Thanksgiving. They traveled to them. So you just go around and enjoy yourself and do what you want. And Zippy 12, I hope your finger is getting better too. She tried to amputate hers in her dad's wheelchair. I'm going to tell you, I know I've told y'all back a long time ago, but some of y'all may not know. I used to work as an anaplastologist. And so we made prosthesis. And not, so they were functional, yes, but they were realistic looking. So we, sculpted them and then out of wax. And then we made them out of silicone. Then they were hand painted to match your skin. the nails in them, or fingernails or toenails, were made to match yours. And of course, that does vary with things you eat and stuff, but that's a whole story. But one of the strangest stories I ever had was the lady that came in and she had cut it off in a folding chair. Dude, faint and pass out. She was in a kind of like a convention type thing, and more people kept coming in and they kept adding chairs. And so people were scooting their chairs up. You know, you'd just stand up, kind of raise up and scooch down a little bit and set your chair back down. And when she did, somehow she managed to catch her finger between the sidebar, those sidebars, and the seat. And it just crushed it off. Now I cannot see a metal folding chair without being completely triggered. I see a metal folding chair and I'm like, I can't sit in that, no. And if I do sit down in it, my hands are in my lap at all times. I'm like, horrified. So yes, please be careful with the wheelchair. Anything with moving parts is dangerous, as I know all too well. And Stitching Granny of 18, lucky Granny for one thing. I only have 3, you have 18. I have seen those little finger cuff things that go on. And it's just like a finger of a glove, but it's like a rubber glove finger. So you can, put a Band-Aid on it and then put that on there. I just usually slip a rubber glove on because I always have those here. But yes, those are necessary because some things have to be cooking with jalapenos. So I will definitely be having the rubber glove on extra this year. Usually it's just to keep me from rubbing my eye, which I have done. Because we make Copycat Chewy's dip. Bebe loves their jalapeno dip. And we make stuffed jalapenos with cream cheese and bacon wrapped, half of a jalapeno like that. And then you broil them. They're so yummy. So, yes, those are important. Elizabeth says she has been using vitamin E for sleep. And it took a while for it to kick in, but it really has helped. So, it is on my list, definitely to try. Thank you for that, because still on the struggle bus. Hello, Teresa. And, Graham BJH. I sent you a message. She was wanting to know what the horse was on my Christmas tree over there. Let's see if I can find a pic of it. It is Prairie Schoolers Barnyard Christmas. And I have done numerous ones of them. Let's see if we can see it. Not that one. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Here it is. This one here. This is in Prairie Schoolers Barnyard Christmas. And it has a horse and a cat and a sheep and I've done several of them. I think that's the only one that shows in that picture, but it is adorable. Oh, and I wanted to show y'all this. This is the scariest thing ever. Talk about scary Christmas decorations. This was at the antique mall. Let me see if I can get the video to run. Will it play? Oh, there he goes. It's supposed to be a little elf. I'm assuming making toys. But dude, it looks like he's about to come saw you to pieces in your sleep. That is the scariest Christmas decor. If you want your kids to behave, maybe go and get you one of those. That elf on the shelf will sure enough keep you behaving. So scary. I started to get it for my sister just because. But we're both trying not to buy more things. We're both trying to have less instead of more. So that's the only reason I didn't, because she would have thought that was extra creepy. And so I did make the video to send to her, so I haven't sent it yet. But I think that is everything I have this week. Thank you for listening to all my ramblings and my going on. Y'all have a happy Friday. Have a great weekend. A Merry Christmas, because I won't see y'all before then. So I'll see y'all next Friday. So have a very Merry Christmas and enjoy your stitching. Bye. Oh, wait, not bye. Wait, not bye. I have one more thing. Where is it? Don't go yet. So you can start preparing our stitch along for our Maya Angelou stitch. My gosh. I brought this in here. This was the thing I went to get this for. We are going to have a sow. And this is the it's Salty Stitchers. It's Dr. Maya Angelou. It is licensed. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. And I love it. And so there's a group of us. Table 24 is going to jump on here and start this on January 1. If you want, you can get this from Christy, straight from Christy. You can get a chart or a PDF download, or I did find it at 123 Stitch. So it is at 123 Stitch also. So you can get it straight from her, or I know it's at 123 Stitch. If you have an LNS, it may have it there at the LNS. But if you don't have an LNS, those are two options. But now, have a happy Friday, a great weekend, a Merry Christmas, and enjoy your stitching. Bye!